Hi guys, it's me again. I am so excited about today's video. Welcome back to Healthy Grocery Girl and another episode of HGG Home, our DIY design lifestyle video series. Today we have finished this fabulous project, and that is what I call the kitchen nook. So when we moved into this house, we had the option of this beautiful nook where we could put cabinets below, cabinets above, and it's really expensive to kind of add some of these things on. So we decided that we wanted to do cabinets below, a nice countertop, but leave the wall blank so that we could add kind of our own custom look. And we knew we wanted to do a feature wall, something like shiplap, some floating open shelves, maybe some sconce lights, and that's exactly what we did. It turned out so great. I love it, and I'm just so happy with how it turned out. Erin is always the one who gets the credit for being so good at building everything. I usually come up with ideas and then Erin brings them to life, and he's so great at building. I'm so happy with how this turned out, and so we're just gonna get right to the video. Erin's gonna explain the whole process, and hopefully this video is helpful if you're wanting to do something similar. And so now let's get to our video.
So the first step in this project was mounting these awesome sconce lights that you can see behind me. We got them from build.com. So when it came to wiring these lights, luckily there were outlets in the wall already. And so I just had to fish some wire through the wall, which sounds easy enough, but it wasn't as easy as I thought. Of course, every project goes that way. My solution was to drill a midpoint hole along the run and attach weights to the end of some plastic rods. This way I was able to push one weight down from the top and one up from the bottom. They met in the middle, and since the weights were magnets, they connected and I could pull the string through. I repeated this for the second half of the distance, and finally I was able to remove the outlet and fish the wire through. It made quite a mess of the wall, but I'm covering it up with shiplap anyway, so not a big deal. And then to run the wiring across to the other light, that one I was able to put behind the shiplap. So after wiring the lights and testing them to make sure that they actually worked, it was time to install the shiplap. This wall behind me is unfortunately 98 inches wide, which is 2 inches wider than an 8-foot shiplap board. So what I had to do was buy 12-foot shiplap boards, but the scrap that I got off the end are actually going to be used for the hood in the kitchen. So that's going to work out pretty well. When I got to the sconce lights, I did cutouts to recess the junction boxes and removed a portion of the shiplap edge that is overlapped by the next board. And this is where I was able to run the horizontal wiring to the next light. After all the shiplap was installed, I completed the electrical connections, and we replaced the outlet with instead of a double outlet, it's a single outlet with a switch, and ran all the connections and tested them out, and what do you know? They worked. Next up on this project was mounting these floating shelves that you see behind me. The wood we're using for these is from the 1800s. It's from an old barn, and drove a couple hours away from where we live to this place that tears down barns and sells the wood. And I picked up, it was actually one long piece, and they cut it in half for us. And luckily one side was already kind of planed flat, so we're using that as the top. Then I mounted the brackets for the floating shelves on the wall, located where they would go in the shelves themselves, drilled the holes, recessed them a little bit, and they go right up. After the floating shelves were installed, we removed everything off of the wall, we taped, I painted, and then we let it dry for 24 hours, and then removed the tape and reinstalled everything. And it's done.
Now that this nook is complete, on to my favorite part, decorating. I wanted this space to be functional, beautiful to look at, and also a collection of items and photos that I really love. I have 2 large baskets on the counter that hide things we use every day and that I want to easily reach, such as SPF, essential oils, the iPad, and so on. One item you can't miss is this art piece from Minted. It reminds me of these long drives my husband and I would go on before kids, and before we bought this house. We would drive for hours and talk about our future and what type of home we'd buy or build one day. It just makes me really happy and reminds me of those drive dates together in the country. It's really great memories for us both. I wear a hat every time I go outside, so I really like having my hats here where they are easy to grab as I head out the door. Some of these decor items are from Magnolia Market and Target. I will link the items in our nook in the video description box. I also have some really old books that have been in our family for a long time. One of these books is from 1930. I love how this space turned out. It's just what I wanted. It's beautiful, functional, and filled with items that I love. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. As always, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, our website, healthygrocerygirl.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel right here, Healthy Grocery Girl. And also, there are links below in the video description box for anything featured in today's video, also on our blog, if you're looking to have some of these similar items in your home too. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.